guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video I'm going to be doing on a review for an online clothing store. Now I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this clothing store before. By the way, it's not a paid or sponsored review. It's purely, I purchased everything with my own money, so I just wanted this disclaimer out there first. And you'll also know that it's not a paid review because of the comments I'm going to be making. Anyway, so the online store that I'm going to be reviewing today is Toby. It's www.toby.com, and it's very active on Facebook. I've seen so many people like its page. I don't quite remember exactly how many likes they have on their Facebook page, but it's definitely over, I think, 100,000. So very popular website, and the reason that it's so popular, I believe, is because they have a lot of stock every day, and they've always got new arrivals that are 30% off, which is great. And they've also got a 50% off for all first orders if you link it to your Facebook page. Now the reason why they do that obviously is so that they don't get more than one person using the 50% off first order code, which is something that I tried to do when I tried to make my second order, and it didn't work because I only had one Facebook profile, and obviously if you've got more then you can work your way around it, but that's up to you. I came across it through, I don't know, I guess friends of friends. It must have been off Facebook, and you know, I've been looking on that website for a long time, and they have a lot of really like a lot of very fashionable things, like little pieces, but they're also not very expensive and very affordable. So I'm not sure about the quality. Well, before I ordered, I wasn't sure about the quality, and so I decided to place a first order. It was 50% off first orders anyway. The trick on the 50% off first order is that they always calculate the 50% off the original price, and pretty much everything, well, I would consider majority of the online store is actually on sale. So if you look at the original price, it's probably only 20 or 30% off the original price, rather than the sale price, rather than the original price, if you know what I mean. So that was the kind of first issue that I found on that website, but it was still significantly cheaper than, like, you know, in the stores in Australia or in Sydney, so I was quite happy with that. I purchased 6 things, and I only paid a total of $155, and I had a discount of $119 altogether. I ordered everything in medium, first of all, only because I think that sometimes I sit between a small and a medium, and I didn't want to go for the small option in case things are too short, things are too tight. I'd rather it be a bit more loose. But that was definitely the wrong choice. I should have ordered a small in everything. Everything was way too big for me, and I'll go through that piece by piece. So the first thing that I wanted to show you guys is actually my favorite item. I wanted to show it first. Actually, I'm not sure if it's my favorite item. It's on par with another item. So I'm sure you guys have seen this before around as well, and it is the Clear Clutch. It is called I See You Clearly clutch, and it basically looks like this, and it's all plastic or acrylic, and it's got this sort of like gold thing with sort of diamantes or rhinestones up there. You open it up like that, and this gold case comes out. You don't have to wear it if you don't want to, and it's basically just a little clutch. I really like it. I've seen it around before, especially on Instagram. I've seen it around heaps. And I thought, why not? It's quite cheap. And I didn't really like this thing at first. I just thought, man, this is honestly just tacky, I guess. But then I realised when I first used it that I sort of needed it in there because my phone sort of like clashes around and everything. But then it sort of defeats the whole purpose of wanting a clutch that's clear. So anyway, I quite like that clutch. The original price was $43, and obviously I got 50% off on top of that. The thing that I didn't like about the clutch when it came though is that I don't think Toby wraps their products properly. When it came, it was already quite scratched, and you know, obviously I only paid about $21.50 for it, so I wasn't too fussed about it. But had I paid $43 for it, I would not have wanted to come scratched. Yeah, that was, I think, one of the main issues I had with this clutch. But apart from that, you know, like $21, I was completely fine with that. So the next thing that I had purchased is a curvy bottom skirt, and it's basically a skirt where it is it curves near your thighs, so it's shorter on the front and longer at the back. Basically looks like this. Like I said, I purchased a medium in this, and if you guys have seen my Instagram, I had a photo up there with, you know, how big is this skirt, which kind of disappointed me because I never knew that a medium could be this big. It probably, I would say that the size for this particular skirt would probably fit like an AU 10 to 12, which is significant. I think more towards the 12 side as well. So mediums usually aren't a 12. So yeah, that kind of disappointed me, but I really like this skirt. The length is just right. It sits sort of above the knees, and but not too short, but then not too long either. So I really like this. The quality is quite nice as well. It's not really bad. The brand is Rehab, never heard of that before. So the price of the curvy bottom skirt is $39 original price, and obviously I got that for I can't do maths, $19.50. So quite cheap. I really like the skirt. I would have gotten it in a small though, and if they had extra small, probably even that option, but you know, I just wear a belt around it and it's completely fine. The next thing I got is called the Serena crotchet skirt, and it looks like this. It's quite nice because it's sort of like scalloped, or it kind of looks scalloped on the bottom because it's crotcheted. Anyway, excuse me. Yeah, and it's got an elastic on the top, which is nice. It sits a little bit high-waisted, and I've got a black skirt like this which I quite liked, so I wanted to get the white version, and also the model wore it really nicely. I got it in a medium once again, and the original price was $60, which is quite expensive, and I would not pay original price for this, and I got it for $30. I have nothing much to say about this. I think the quality is actually really nice. I guess for the $60 it's not worth it. Maybe if I was at a store I'll probably pay like $40 max for it. And then I also got a top called the Trimmed Avenues blouse, and it's a blouse where they have the slits on the side of your arm, and so it goes all the way down. I'll show you guys just what it looks like. It's really black, so I can't really show you, but basically there's a massive split here and it goes all the way to the end. The bottom of the arms is an elastic band, and the top is sort of a v-neck. Okay. I think the quality of this is quite nice. It's thicker than I would have imagined. You know, oh, and the bottom of the blouse is also crotchet. It's quite nice. They had a lot of colours in this, which I quite liked about that as well. I only bought the black though, just to like test it out. I bought this also in a medium, and it fit quite well. I guess I could have gotten a size smaller as well, but I didn't really mind because I like sort of like loose fitting tops. The brand is actually Toby for this one, so it's not any particular brand, but I quite like that. It's probably one of my more favourable items as well because it actually fit me. The original price is $52, but I got it for 50% off, so $26. Definitely worth it, and I definitely will like repurchase something like this again if I had the 50% off code, or if it was on 30% off or 40% off. And then I got a hoodie, and I was been looking for a sort of like a grey hoodie for a really long time, and I really couldn't find one that I really liked, so when I found this I was quite happy, and this is my favourite item. The back of the hoodie is a cross and it's got studs on it, and if you know me in real life, I absolutely love studs, and I would go crazy for studs. I studded everything up, you know, I just absolutely love it. Shorts, shoes, I don't know, just everything, like bracelets, everything. I just love my studs. I love it because of the back, how it had the cross, and then even on the hoodie it has studs just going all the way around. I just think it's very unique, and it's also very casual, so you know, I don't need to be out anywhere in particular to wear a hoodie like this. Yeah, it's kind of got that like kind of got that rocky kind of feel to it because of the studs. So I really like this. Definitely my favorite item. Oh, and the material is really soft, so I love that as well. The original price was only $50, which is quite, you know, reasonable already for a hoodie, but 50% off once again, and I got it for $25. So that's about all the things that I can show you. There's actually one more item that I had purchased, and I don't have it here in front of me. I have no idea where it went. I must have just worn it and chucked it somewhere. It is the matte leather leggings, and I wanted to talk a bit about that because, well, first of all, let me tell you the price. It was $30, which is you know, alright for a pair of leggings. I got it for 50% off, $15, so quite good. When they came, I also ordered it in a medium, so when I received everything else, I was like, oh god, the, you know, leggings must be so big because it's meant to be tight and it mustn't fit. So when I popped them in, when I wore them, it wasn't big at all. It was actually quite tight, and I thought, okay, maybe it's material because it's matte leather that, well, it's obviously not real leather, like false leather, that maybe it was just quite tight. Because of that, it wasn't very stretchy. You know, I wore it on and it looked okay, it fit me, which was good, like the size was alright, but the only thing I didn't like about it is that it was so low rise, and I don't really like things that are low rise. I like things that are high rise, especially for leggings, because, you know, you don't really want your bum crack to show, and it's always going to be elastic around it rather than anything that can really secure the top of your leggings. So that's the thing that I didn't like about it. Probably would not purchase any of the leggings again, although the material was, you know, it was okay for a pair of leggings that were $15. It was quite thin. That's sort of what people expect nowadays anyway, but you couldn't sort of outline the shape of your underwear, which is good. I had a look at, I checked my bum. What I did want to speak to you guys about is I guess the shipping of Toby. Now, I would definitely purchase again from Toby had everything arrived on time and looked magnificent, just like it sort of does now, and also with a 50% off code. The only thing is, when I first made my order with Toby, I actually didn't ever receive it. I had a bit of problems when I ordered it. It never arrived, and I sent them emails to tell them, look, it's not arriving, you know, I can't track it, there's nothing that I can do. And they gave me a tracking code that didn't even come to my area, so it actually went to Queensland when I live in Sydney, and I got really confused about that. And it had said that it had already been delivered, whereas I hadn't received it. And so I contacted Toby many times to say that I hadn't received it, and they notified me that the package had actually been lost, and it had actually couldn't find my address, and it was redelivering and returning back to Toby warehouse. I was a little bit confused about that because the address that I had put on, I always receive mail there. So after I emailed Toby and told them that I couldn't find my package, they told me that it had actually been returned back to their warehouse. And I asked them to resend a package to me right away because it had already been a month where I had been waiting, and they told me that that was not possible, and that my only two options was to actually wait for the package to come back to that warehouse and then they could resend it back to me, or issue me a refund. So I told them, no, I'll wait. How long do you think it will be? They told me it would be, you know, about a week before they receive it, and then they'll send it out straight back to me with the fastest you know, shipping method possible. And I went, okay, that's fine. I waited about 2 weeks later, and then I emailed them again and said, look, I haven't received any new tracking code. Can you confirm with me that my package is still on the way? And they couldn't confirm with me. They basically said the package that had been meant to have been returned to Toby did not return, and so they highly recommend a refund at this stage. And I thought, you know what, I've been waiting for almost 2 months. There's no point in me getting, you know, well, wanting the package anymore. So I got my refund and reordered another package. The thing that I don't like about Toby is that they could have just resent me new clothes rather than issuing me the refund and then just losing the clothing anyway. Had they, you know, just sent me out the same items or told me, you know, that's not available, you know, can you order something else, can I give you a credit note to this, but I'll send out these items that are available, then I would have been much happier than them telling me that, you know, they have to wait for my package to return to Toby before they can receive that, before they can send out my package again. I hope you guys kind of understand the story, because, you know, it's a bit confusing. But yeah, so that's what happened, and then they issued me a new 50% off code because I'd already used my previous one, and I placed an order again. This time the shipping was completely efficient. I received it in about probably less than 10 business days, so I was really happy with that. My best friend had also ordered a package from Toby first time as well. The same thing happened. It didn't actually get lost though, but it did take about a month to reach her. So I've talked to quite a few people as well. They say that Toby's delivery is extremely slow. So that's sort of something that you might want to keep an eye out for if you're not very patient like me, or if you just don't want to wait for your package. If you're sort of urgent, you kind of need your package, then don't order from Toby. But if you're kind of like, you know, these items are for whenever, I don't really have an event to wear this dress, then, you know, place an order with Toby. You might be lucky and you might receive your items on time. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I know it's very lengthy, but I had quite a few things to say about it. Not sure if I would repurchase from Toby though, considering I wouldn't have a second 50% off code unless I ask a friend for it, like a male friend who doesn't use his Facebook for Toby. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed me making another video again, and I'll definitely be back, I promise. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!